So this is how the day begins. 6:20, Freedom Studios. Well, I know like most of the people that get into Freedom business, they're like, well, there's no way I'd be getting up at 6:20. But I guess Freedom business is about choice, right? Like I choose to be up early, choose to be working out early. And then we're off to Adelaide to meet up with one of our clients, which should be pretty fun. Right, lights on, welcome to the studio. If you come through here, you'll see Freedom Gym, as we like to call it. Good to see you. This is a bit quiet this morning. We've got to see our friend Rick Ross. No, there's not. Who'd want to marry me? Thanks, man. Cheers. We're going to meet one of our Secret Society mastermind members. His name's Luke. And we're going to film a little documentary on him because he's had some success in his own freedom business and building freedom business. He saw my ad pop up on Facebook actually, and he's like, oh, well, check this out. And he's doing really well now, and he's going to be meeting us in Vegas when we run our live event. So things are on the up and up for Luke. I'm excited to just see Adelaide actually and see what that's all about. It's a little city in Australia that not too many people visit or go to, and yeah, should be really good. All right, off we go. So I guess what I want to do with these travel vlogs is really like capture that travel vibe, what it's like to always be on the move, always be at the airport, always be flying somewhere exciting, meeting new exciting people, because you know that's freedom business. You know, being around the people you want, going to the places that you want, and just enjoying it, enjoying the new experiences. So yeah, these vlogs, that's what it's all about. That's what we're going to be taking you on, and just pretty pumped about it all. It's a very little plane, isn't it?
So nice to have you with us in business.
Cheers.
Just first row on the left.
Thank you. I want to launch the Freedom Business book, which is, you know, I guess 10 years in the making. Building freedom businesses, running freedom businesses, and yeah, I'm constantly here writing, mapping, filming, not just for the clients, but yeah, I can't wait to release it. New York Times bestseller, look out for it. Always nice to be first off the plane. The hosts and hostesses are a lot nicer to you up the front too. So let's get in a taxi, we'll go and see Luke. We'll go and meet Luke actually. Go and see him, jump in and go grab some lunch and then see what Adelaide is all about. Oh yeah, very good. Nice to meet you, man.
You too.
Cheers.
Yeah, very nice man.
Oh, the luxury. The Corolla Conquest. Beautiful. I reckon people in Adelaide speak really proper.
Yeah.
Like very proper.
Apparently we were the only city that wasn't founded by convicts.
There you go.
People that came out on the boat.
They're like, we'll leave those convicts in Melbourne.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, the last like 5-10 years it's been hard, like because it's, when you build a freedom business, it's always freedom.
Yeah.
But there's always the business there too. So like you're always tempted to open up the laptop and keep going with that. Yeah, so the purpose of freedom.
Yes.
Like this is the vlogs, everything. We just shot a really good video with you actually, where you talked about your journey and your story and your business. You know, we've only just met actually for the first time, and meeting people that are like you and all that sort of stuff. But like, you walked across Spain. This was one of your freedom trip items.
It was.
What made you do this one?
I just heard about it through some travels that I'd been on.
Okay.
And some guy had told me about it, and at the time I was just sitting around drinking beer and thought, that sounds like a great idea. So that's the good thing about now is, you know, I took 3 months off essentially to walk across Spain, and got back and was like, all right, crap, now I need to do some work. But now I could do the same thing and the wheels would keep turning. So
there's a freedom trip coming up though, isn't there?
Yes, there is. Yes.
Off to the States?
Heading off to the States and then to Cuba and Mexico.
Let's talk a little bit about your freedom team. What's the benefit of having the outsource team do it now, as opposed to you doing all the work?
One of the main benefit is that, you know, they've got slightly different hours to us.
Right.
So an example recently was I had a client came to me on a Friday afternoon and said, look, I really need this to be done as soon as possible.
Okay.
And so I set the task up, sorted it all out with the outsourcers, had the weekend, just did my normal weekend, and got an email on Sunday afternoon and they're like, you know, everything's done, can you check it? And so I got back to work 9 o'clock Monday morning and emailed the client and said, hey mate, how you going? All done for you. Let me know if there's anything you need.
And they must have been like, geez, he's working all weekend, getting this done.
They were like, wow, that's amazing. And it was just, you know, it was good for me and it was good for them and good for the guys that were doing it as well. And I think it's a win-win-win for everyone.
Yeah. And how hard do you find it? Like, see, when I first got my Freedom team, I found it really hard. Like, because I come from like, you work hard and that's how you earn your money. Like,
yeah, exactly. You know, I grew up in a community where people valued you by how hard you worked. You know, oh, John, he's a hard worker.
Yeah.
Hard worker.
Yeah.
And that was how I grew up.
That's it, and that's what you aspire to.
And I've always put in hard work. Like I've always worked long hours. Even at my first business was long hours, but I didn't have the freedom. I don't want to be sitting there coding. Well, and that's what I was finding myself doing before. So now I've got those guys to take care of that. So
done.
Much better. Yeah. A bit windy for the beach today. We only like to come down to the beach when it's perfect weather.
Really?
Mainly. Most of the
Everyone's like, oh, this is too windy. All right, man. So good to see ya.
You too, mate.
Cheers. We'll catch up soon.
Thank you.
All right, so big day. We just said see you later to Luke. What an absolute champion. What's cool is there's always very, very similar people that do this whole freedom business thing. And now it's time. It's a Friday night. Jump on the plane, back to Melbourne, and get ready to do it all again. So that wraps us up. Vlog number 1. Of course, it had to end in like some sort of trip, some sort of plane, but I'm really excited to bring you these vlogs. Hit me with a comment below and let me know exactly what you want to see out of all these things. And yeah, there'll be more business chats, there'll be answering questions, and of course, more freedom trips. So I'll see you on the next vlog. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And if you haven't already, make sure you click here to subscribe to the channel and see the next one. But if you're ready to jump in and start building your freedom business, click this little box and we'll get started with our 3-day bootcamp.